We live back at you with another another exclusive on this Thursday afternoon on the East Coast. You know what they say about the East Coast? East Coast is the best coast. You know? So yeah, it's look like it's about to rain over here. So I thought, hey, why not come on here and talk about something that's been on my mind lately? Something that I've been hearing, something that I've been consistently seeing on the internet. So hey, share this episode, and even if you're looking at the playback, like and subscribe and share this episode, because more than likely you're going to have the same or similar perspective as me. But if not, at least hopefully I give you a new perspective, a different way to see things when it comes to being online. You know? But one thing I've been seeing lately over the past, let's say, 5 months, there's a lot of people that are doing well off. Some of these, I would say most of these people are making millions of dollars. But when it comes to AI or any up and coming technology, a lot of these people that are making millions of dollars, a lot of these people you probably look up to, you highly respect them and everything, they do not like AI at all. So think about this for a second. You got somebody that's making 10, 20, $100 million. They might be worth $100 million. I'm not gonna call any names, but a lot of these people that are financially well off, making millions of dollars, they can't stand AI. They want nothing to do with it. They poo-poo on it. They come up with every excuse why they don't like it, why they have a problem with it. Think about that. You got somebody that's he's on the top of the pyramid, basically. He or she on the top of the pyramid in their profession, in their field, and something that could help a lot of people, they want nothing to do with it at all. As a matter of fact, if it was up to them, they would get rid of it. Think about that for a second. And I kept seeing the same old consistent critics of AI. And these are people that, not really technical people, by the way. They don't understand how any form of technology works. All they know is that whatever this technology is helping a lot of people that's not rich. They're not wealthy. They're, sometimes at the bottom, sometimes in poverty. Some of these people could be damn near homeless. But this new form of technology is helping people do things much more smarter, faster. But these people at the top don't like it. Why do you think that is? I came down to a couple of conclusions to this. Smash the like button. Where you from? Where you from? I want to know where you from. Where everybody's from? Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? I came down to a couple conclusions why a lot of these heavy hitters, you know, heavy hitters, money getters, why they have a problem with AI. And you might agree. You know, a lot of these people, I think, have been on top for so long, and they actually they like looking down on people. That's what I believe. I think a lot of these people that's on the top of the pyramid like looking down on people. They don't want people to come up. Yeah, where you from? Tell me where you from. Tell me where you from in the chat. A lot of people don't want people to come up. A lot of people want people to stay down there. They actually feel good about themselves by looking down at you. So whenever you have an opportunity to get a leg up in society, a lot of people don't like that. Because it used to be, yeah, tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from. It used to be, if you wanted to rise up, you had to pay millions of dollars online. You had to pay 10, 20,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month online every month. If you wanted to raise up and see some type of momentum. But today, you don't got to do that no more. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. And this is why I like AI so much, because I can compete with some of the biggest websites in the world today. And I don't have to spend 10, 20, 50,000, 100,000 a month to do that. This is why a lot of people that are on top of the pyramid don't like AI, because it's damn near equal now as far as competing online. There's nothing to stop us no more. There's nothing to stop us no more like they used to. No, I didn't see your comment. Well, you must be one. They blocked it. You must be a troll. What did you say? You must be a troll. I didn't see your comment. They blocked it. Yeah, what did you say? Hopefully ain't no weirdo shit. I'm open it. Hopefully no weirdo shit, bro. Oh yeah, you a little weirdo, just like I thought. You know. No, that ain't you. That's somebody else. You a weirdo. It's too many. What's that dude? Cooley. Yeah, it's a weirdo, bro. Hey, you get you up out of here, you weirdo. Hey, get you up out of here, you weirdo. I blocked him, whoever he was. That's said was from, I'm from the America. Oh, okay, that's cool. Salute to you. Where you living? Where you living? Yeah, that's how it is today. You have what you have is a lot of people on the top. They want us to stay on the bottom. That's what that's really about. Think about it for a second. Let's say you're a copywriter. Michigan? Okay. Let's say you're a copywriter and you making over $1 million a year as a copywriter, right? And all of a sudden, let's say you damn near famous online, right? You're making millions of dollars, right? For the past 10 years, you're making millions of dollars. And this software come out that can help somebody like me become a better writer. Now, if you're a top guy or top gal, most people ain't gonna like that. They'll be like, because they look at it like, okay, if someone or something is helping me to become a better writer, that's gonna take from them. That's how they look at it. See, that's that insecurity that a lot of people have. That's how insecure a lot of people have. That's those insecurities that a lot of people have. There's enough money to go around for everybody. That's why they don't like it. I hear a lot of people will say stuff like, well, with ChatGPT and all these other, and Claude and all these apps, that, doesn't really, you can tell them to write you something, but it's not writing in your voice. That's true. Yeah, that is true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know all of that. I understand all that. Or they'll say, well, it ain't good enough. Yeah, I understand that too. But it still can give me ideas to write about something. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I don't have to sit in front of my computer and stay out in space trying to come up with something on my own. I can do some research with Claude. You know what I'm saying? I can use Claude for some research instead of having to pay some research group or some company $200, $300, $400. I can do what I need to do on Claude and find all the information in 5 to 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But these people on the top of the pyramid don't like that shit. They don't like it like that. They want to be able to. They want us to stay down here and suffer and squalor while they make all the money and get all the fame. And I say, the hell with that. The hell with that nonsense. That's why when it comes to any form of technology, they hate it. They hate it because it's damn near an equal playing field. You got to think about this for a second. I got a website online that I created last year. It took me 2 to 3 months to create, from building it, from getting rid of all the bugs and the tweaks, and getting it up to speed where it could go live. It took me 2.5 months, right? That same website 5-10 years ago would have taken me 1.5 years to do that shit. And I did it in 2.5 months. And not only that, that same website's online right now is competing against the big airlines, Delta, American Airlines. I'm competing against them now on Google. I'm popping up on Google against them today. That's what they don't like. Because 5-10 years ago, if you started a website from scratch like that, to get on Google, you'd have to pay $10,000-$20,000 a month, $50,000 a month, and then you had to have some type of rep that would be connected to some PR company, and they would, you would have to had an article on Forbes website or in the magazine or some shit like that. You don't gotta do all that today. You'd have to pay some PR agency $10,000-$15,000 just to get on some damn big network. You don't gotta do that today. You don't gotta do that today. You no, You can develop software and connect with these people on your own today. You can connect with the writer, reporter on your own today. You don't gotta get no PR agency no more. You don't gotta spend 10, 15, 20,000 to be famous and get no results no more. That's what they don't like. It's access. They don't like the fact that we get the same access as they do, and they paying 20, 50, 100,000 probably every 3 months. And we getting the same access for a couple $100 or less in 3 months. That's what they don't like. That's what they don't like. And we get picked up online, it's organic, on GP. And some reporter might reach out to us, or somebody might might share our article or post our article that we have, and we ain't had to pay nothing. It was organic. But them, on the other hand, they paying 10, 20, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 to be in a magazine. We ain't had to do none of that. That's why they upset. That's why they don't want. That's why they don't like AI. They don't like no technology, up and coming technology today. That's what that's all about. They want to keep us on the bottom while they get richer and more famous. That's what that's all about. It's all about competition at the end of the day. I personally think Gemini is better. Yeah, Gemini is good, but Gemini is limited when it comes to certain things. I use Gemini all the time. All right, I got to go. See you later. All right, peace out. You subbed? All right, brother. Peace out. Yo, I'm going to pop in right now. What you talking about? I'm popping. You popping? All right, bro. Keep doing your thing if you popping, bro. Yo, smash the like button. Yo, tell me where you from. Tell me where you from. Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? But yeah, that's what that's really about. They don't like the fact that the technology today doesn't cost that much as it used to. It doesn't cost that much. You don't have to pay big money to do a video today. You don't have to pay big money to get a program developed today. You don't have to pay big money to get a website built today. Now, what you can do if you want, is put a lot of money into marketing. But that's on you. If you want to move fast, put a lot of money into marketing. If you want to move slow, or maybe you just don't have it, that's okay. You can get there, but it's going to take you a little bit longer. Because their strategy, the guys on the top, their strategy was, hey, just throw money at it. Just keep throwing money at it, like these big companies do. Just keep throwing $100,000, $200,000 every month for the next 2 to 5 years, and let's just see what happens if it sticks. But most people don't have money like these big companies to throw around like that. But that was their strategy. And it's still their strategy. But whenever they see that there's an outlet for somebody else that don't have millions of dollars to spend, well, see, that's the problem for a lot of people. You're getting too close. You're getting too close to us. You're getting too close to us. What have I done remarkable? That's a good question, man. I published a couple books. I created a bunch of websites online. I've helped a lot of other people do the same thing. As a matter of fact, I got a new book coming out. Check this out. I got a new book coming out July the 3rd. Amazon.com. You can pre-order right now as we speak. Yeah, I've helped a lot of people online. I'm not new to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Yeah, I've been around. I've been online for 20 years. So I'm not like somebody that just came about. I've been online for 20 years. What it's about? It's about AI. It's about creating content on AI. It's about becoming more productive with AI. That's what this book is all about. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. And the more consistent you are, the better. That's how you win online. Yeah. That's what this book is really all about, really. And I haven't seen a book written like this ever. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. There's a lot of books out here when it comes to talking about social media and creating content, but not like this book. I sat on this book for 10 years. I sat on it for 10 years. I had the concept for 10 years. I just never put it out. And I never even talked about it with anybody. Yeah. But I've been basically using this strategy for 15 years. I just decided to write about it. And I decided just to release it to the public. But anybody that's been knowing me personally or that's been following me, yeah, they know who I am, you know. Yeah, they know who I am. Yeah. So how long have you been online? What's the name? What's that? Cap Muscle? Yeah, how long you been online? What have you done lately? I'm just curious. I'm asking you the same question you asked me. Yeah, I think that's a good question, by the way. Because there's a lot of people that's online. They haven't done shit. Haven't done anything. But they get most of the views, and people seem to like those types of people. They don't help anybody. They don't do anything. They just talking whatever they're talking, but they get no results. Look. This is how YouTube works now. YouTube pushes content from people that haven't done anything. Never. They haven't helped anybody. They have no results to show. Those people are getting the majority of the views today, and the people that are connected to the big networks, like ESPN, the Fox News, whatever, they get all the views too, and celebrities and entertainers. Those are the content that's being pushed today. That's how it is today. If you're not like a celebrity, a well-known person, you're gonna have to grind it out. That's how it is today. Wasn't always like that, But that's how it is today. And then you're gonna have people coming on to your live that's gonna ask you, "What have you done?" But they never ask the celebrities what they done, or entertainers what they done. I find that very interesting. You know, but that's how it is on here today. It wasn't always like that. You know, but see those people, celebrities, entertainers, people that are attached to these big networks, they lie to them all the time. They lie to people all the time. They lie to you, take your money, and you get no results. They lie to you, take your money all the time, and you get no results. And you have nothing to say about it. And you go home, get in your bed, wake up the next day, and feel like a fool, like a failure. But you never ask them, any of these celebrities, what they done. You've been online for the past 10 minutes. Oh, okay. I'm getting funds from somewhere else, not online. It's not my thing. I hear you. Well, most celebrities haven't done as much as you think. That's what I'm telling you. I don't put, see, here's the thing. I don't put celebrities on a pedestal like most people, because I've been around those circles of people that are that work for celebrities and entertainers when I lived in Atlanta. So I know that most celebrities, this is based on my experience, just being around their circle of people. Most celebrities, they're a piece of shit, man. They're not people that I would want to hang around. I'll say that. They're just not people that I would want to hang around, personally. Based on what I've seen and heard, I don't know. If you met your favorite celebrity, you wouldn't like them. If you met your favorite celebrity, you probably wouldn't like them. You probably wouldn't like them no more. Your how you see them on stage is one thing, or on TV is one thing. If you met them in person, if you hung out with them for a couple hours, you probably wouldn't like them. You'd be like, that was a bad experience. Yeah, that's true, but they sure know how to deliver their message on the screen. Of course, because it's scripted. They're scripted. The show's scripted, the movie's scripted. Yeah, of course. They got takes. Everything's scripted, bro. Of course they know how to deliver it. But how many times they had to say what they had to say to get the message across? They probably took 10, 15, 20 times. They didn't do that in one take, and everything's scripted. This is entertainment. There's no freelancing. But I check this out. They can't do what I'm doing right now. They can't do this. Most entertainers can't do what I'm doing right now on camera. This is freestyle. They can't. See, I can probably do what they do if I went to like an acting school or something like that. I could do what they do, but they can't do what I do. They can't do it. If they did, they would have been doing it already. There's some entertainers that are online. They have channels, but they flop. They flop over time. A lot of them have tried it. A lot of them have tried to do what Will Smith did. But Will Smith has talent on another level. So there's plenty of entertainers that have tried to do what Will Smith did. They flopped. and they end up quitting. So when it comes to YouTube, this is for the heavy hitters over here. This is not like, this ain't no movie script. See, in TikTok and Instagram, yeah, those are lightweights over there. People on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, they good at being over there. If they come over here, most of them will flop. They won't last. Cause all that goofy shit they do over there, that ain't gonna work over here. And because they do a lot of weird shit on them other apps, and that would get banned over here. Yeah, it's a lot of weird shit going on TikTok, man. I can't get with it. I don't know. It's just not me, man. You know. But YouTube ain't going nowhere. Them other apps, look, it's been plenty of apps that came and left in the past 20 years. Yeah, it's natural to me. I've been doing this all my life, basically speaking in front of people. I learned this from my parents. But Will Smith, they can't do what Will Smith. Most of these actors and actresses can't do what Will Smith did. They can't do it because the money ain't the same in Hollywood. Everybody, all of them know it. Yeah, Will Smith knows stuff, no man. Yeah, I don't have. You don't have TikTok? I mean, I got a TikTok, but I don't use it. I'm not on there because I don't understand it. I don't understand how it really works. I haven't put enough time into it to understand how it really works, to be honest. I stick to what works best for me. I only have but so much time. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna. I'm not. Just not. This takes too much time. You know, and there's a lot of weirdos over there, man. I don't know, man. People doing weird shit, yelling and screaming and taking the clothes off, and I'm like, bro, come on, man. Hey, man. I mean, I ain't down with all that shit, man. I mean, come on, man. This ain't a strip show. What the hell is this? Do you have like a job or something? What? Yeah, I'm a programmer. Yeah, I'm a web developer and a programmer. That's my job. Yep, and I also write books. Yep. I got this is gonna be my 5th published book in different areas. This is my first book on marketing. Yeah, that's gonna be my 5th book coming out July the 3rd. Yep. Yeah, I'm also, I speak, I write, and I build websites and software. That's it. That's all I do. I don't know how to do anything else. I don't know how to do anything else. Yeah, I know how to promote myself and market my product and services. But outside of that, I'm not really good at it, doing anything else. I'm not. I stick to what I'm good at. That's really it. I'm not a jack of all trades type guy. No. I stick to what I'm good at. That's cool, man. I always wanted to learn, but got another road. I hear you. What's your job? What's your background? That's more than enough. Yeah, that is enough. That's a lot already. I'm doing as much as I can handle as it is. So I don't need I've tried a lot of other things, trust me. I've tried real estate. It's just way too complicated. real estate is way too complicated. I'm not saying I gave up on it, but it's gonna take me some time to get that shit together. Shit. Whew. I'm sailing on the cruise lines. Real estate brings in money. It does bring in money, but it's you gotta have the right team, man. You gotta be around the right people to have any massive success. Yeah, and a lot of people are very cliquish. They don't really let new people in. And I can understand why, because it's cutthroat and there's a lot of backstabbing and a lot of corruption. So I can kind of understand why they don't let new people in. You usually have to pay your way in, usually. To some type of club or something like that. So I understand all of that. I understand. I get it. It is, well, I wouldn't say the market is full, but I would say it's a very small club. It's tight. You know, like I said, they don't let don't really let new people in like that. You know, as a matter of fact, most of the time, even if you was to meet somebody and they're an established real estate investor, they don't even really want to talk to you about how they created a successful portfolio. They don't even really want to tell you how they did it. It's kind of like taboo. They might tell you the properties that they have ownership in, but they ain't gonna really tell you how they did it. You know, they're not gonna share no contacts or no. You usually don't. People do that online too. When I first came online, people were doing the same thing. They never really say how they make money online. People still do that to this day. It's always like, just give me some money, and then I'll tell you. You know, it's like, I get it. I understand. You know, but I don't. You know, I don't have to go through that no more online, because, you know, that happened to me like 20 years ago. I've been around so long. I've seen almost everything online. You know, I've tried a little bit of everything, and some of it has failed, and some of it went well. It just depends, you know. But I stick to what I'm good at. And it's websites and software. That's it for me. Website, software, writing books, and speaking. That's it. Yeah, I stay in my lane. I stay in my lane. Like my uncle likes to say that. I stay in my lane. We got to do another video together, brother. Who is this? Oh, that's Aaron. Oh, what's up, man? What's up, Aaron? Hey, man, anytime, man. Anytime. You know how to reach me. Are you, like, successful with what you're doing? Yeah, I am, man. I think, like I said, I've been around for a long time. Man. Yeah, I think I'm pretty successful, man. I think I have a pretty good track record at this point. Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, Aaron knows who I am. Aaron knows who I am. Yeah, I think I have a pretty good track record at this point, man. You know, I'm not like a new kid on the block. You know, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so, man. You know, yeah. So hey, you know what? It's 40 minutes. Yeah, you know, I'm past my my go time. So hey, like, share this video, and don't forget to check out my brand new book that's coming out on Amazon.com, July 3rd, The Cockroach Marketer. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. If you want to know what it takes to make content online and make it happen, it's all right here, man. July the 3rd. I'm out.